He thought he was safe because nothing in his life was falling apart. That was the problem. Nothing was growing either. Daniel Mercer was the kind of man people described as stable. At 37, he lived in a clean apartment outside Denver, drove a reliable car, and worked a job that paid the bills on time. He wasn't unhappy, but he wasn't excited either. His life moved quietly, like a clock you stop noticing because it never breaks. Every weekday looked the same. Wake up at 6:30, coffee, traffic, office, lunch at the same desk, emails, meetings, traffic again, dinner, streaming something familiar until sleep arrived. Daniel told himself this was adulthood, responsibility, maturity. He had tried risk once, years ago, when he dreamed of becoming a documentary photographer. That dream ended gently. No failure, no drama, just the gradual fading as bills, expectations, and comfort took over. Comfort felt good. Comfort felt responsible. Comfort felt safe. But comfort also had a strange side effect. It muted time. Weeks passed quickly because nothing stood out. Months blurred together. Even memories felt thin, like photographs taken with low light. When Daniel thought about the last 5 years, nothing felt wrong, but nothing felt meaningful either. Sometimes late at night, a quiet thought crept in. Is this it? He pushed it away every time. The question felt dangerous. Questions like that led to disruption, and disruption led to uncertainty. Daniel had worked too hard to build a life without surprises. One evening, while cleaning his closet, Daniel found an old camera bag. Inside was his first professional camera, dusty but intact. He held it longer than expected, turning it over in his hands like an artifact from a different life. For a moment, he felt something sharp, maybe regret or grief. Then his phone buzzed, a calendar reminder for tomorrow's meeting. The feeling passed. Comfort had a way of doing that, absorbing uncomfortable emotions before they demanded action. At work, Daniel was respected, not admired, not disliked, just reliable. He rarely spoke in meetings unless asked. He finished tasks early. He avoided conflict. His manager trusted him because he never surprised anyone. Promotions passed him quietly, landing instead on people who spoke louder, asked for more, or took risks Daniel didn't want. At lunch, Daniel sat with coworkers who complained about the same things every day. Same jokes, same frustrations, same plans to eventually do something different. Eventually was a comforting word. It didn't ask for proof. On weekends, Daniel stayed busy without being fulfilled. Groceries, laundry, small errands. Occasionally, he met friends he'd known since college. They talked about the past more than the future. Everyone seemed frozen in place, but no one said it out loud. One Saturday morning, Daniel walked through a local park. Families laughed, runners passed him. A street musician played softly near the fountain. Daniel stopped to listen. The man playing guitar looked about his age, maybe older. His voice wasn't perfect, but it was honest. People dropped money into an open case. Daniel felt an unexpected envy, not for the money, but for the presence. The musician was alive in the moment, exposed and visible. Daniel realized something unsettling. He hadn't felt visible in years. His life was designed to avoid discomfort, and it worked. But avoidance had quietly turned into absence. The turning point didn't arrive with drama. It arrived with an email. Subject line, Notice of Department Restructuring. Daniel read it calmly. No panic, no fear, just information. His role wasn't eliminated, but it was redefined. New responsibilities, same pay, less creativity, more oversight. For the first time, Daniel felt trapped by the very stability he'd protected. That night, he sat on his couch, lights off, city glowing through the window. The silence felt heavier than usual. He thought about the camera in his closet. He thought about the musician in the park. He thought about how easily his life could continue exactly like this for the next 20 years. That's when the real fear appeared. Not fear of failure, fear of never trying. Daniel realized something uncomfortable. His comfort zone wasn't protecting him anymore. It was shrinking him. The next morning, Daniel did something small but unusual. He asked his manager for a conversation. During the meeting, his voice shook slightly as he spoke. He didn't demand the promotion. He didn't threaten to quit. He simply asked for a chance to work on a creative internal project, a visual storytelling initiative the company had ignored for years. His manager looked surprised, then cautious. "We'll think about it," she said. Daniel walked out feeling exposed, vulnerable, uncertain, and strangely, awake. That evening, he signed up for a weekend photography workshop. He told no one. Not yet. The decision felt fragile, like a flame that could be blown out by other people's opinions. For the first time in years, Daniel went to bed not knowing what the next chapter would look like. Stepping outside comfort didn't feel heroic. It felt awkward. At the workshop, Daniel felt behind. Other participants talked confidently about projects, styles, ambitions. Daniel questioned himself constantly. What am I doing here? Am I too late? Is this just a phase? But something unexpected happened. He enjoyed being uncomfortable. Not all of it, but enough. He noticed details again. Light, expressions, moments people missed. He felt engaged, mentally present in a way he hadn't in years. At work, things became tense. His manager approved a small trial project, but warned him it wouldn't affect performance reviews. Daniel worked on it after hours, tired but focused. Some coworkers reacted with quiet judgment, others with indifference. A few made jokes. "Midlife crisis?" one asked. Daniel laughed along, but the comment stayed with him. Comfort zones don't like being challenged. They fight back through doubt, especially when it comes from familiar voices. Months passed. Progress was slow, uneven. Daniel failed often. He questioned his choices regularly. But something had changed. Even on bad days, he felt ownership over his time, over his decisions. Then, one afternoon, his manager called him into her office. The project had caught attention from senior leadership. They wanted to expand it. Not dramatically, not instantly, but intentionally. Daniel didn't celebrate right away. Instead, he felt something deeper. Relief, not because he was validated, but because he had already proven something to himself. He could survive discomfort. Comfort zones are seductive because they don't shout, they whisper. They say, "Stay here, you're fine." And for a while, you are. But comfort zones quietly trade growth for predictability. They trade curiosity for routine. They trade potential for safety. Daniel didn't become famous. He didn't quit his job overnight. His life didn't transform into a highlight reel. What changed was subtler and more important. He stopped letting fear disguise itself as responsibility. He learned that stability without purpose becomes stagnation, that avoiding discomfort doesn't eliminate pain, it delays it, and that the most dangerous risks are often the ones you never take. Growth, Daniel realized, isn't loud. It's uncomfortable, it's uncertain, and it's deeply personal. The comfort zone isn't evil, but staying inside it forever is. Most people don't wake up one day and realize they wasted their lives. They drift there slowly, one comfortable choice at a time. So here's the question worth sitting with tonight. What part of your life feels safe, but secretly feels smaller than it should?